Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Monday. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk about Teresa and Louie again. There was a live that I'm going to play for you guys, but on top of that, I'm getting a ton of stuff sent to me, and I'm just going to share the conversation, what's being said, and then I'll let you guys interpret it for what you will, right? So we're not attacking anybody. I'm just sharing. I want to see what you guys think about it, but here we go. It was during a recent Instagram live, and this was hosted by her husband, Louie Ruelas, where Teresa, she clearly expressed her frustration about sharing the show with her brother and also his wife, Melissa. So Joe and Melissa Gorga came up, and this was over the past decade. But when a guest inquired about her brother, Teresa responded, direct quote, saying, "I don't want to talk about my brother. The only time I ever talk about my brother is when I get asked a question. And unfortunately, the fans who have been watching for a long time want to know, so I answer the question." Now, she also further elaborated on filming with the Gorgas while she was in this live. And she said, "I do not want to talk about them. I don't want to talk about them." All right. I mean, she's telling us she doesn't want to talk about them. And I've been with them. That's why she said over the last 10 years, I've been with them. And that's why this is so annoying. But I really don't want to talk about them. They're not in my life anymore. But Louie also commented during this live about Joe's recognition and saying that it's largely due to Teresa's success. And he said, "Don't talk about my brother-in-law, please, because nobody wants to know about him if it wasn't for Teresa." All right. I mean, it's like this just doesn't stop. We don't want to talk about him, but we're going to talk about him. Well, let's see what they have to say. Here we go.
And the thing is, I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk about my brother. I think you can cheat. I don't cheat. The only time I ever talk about my brother is when I get asked a question, and unfortunately, the fans have been watching for a long time. So I answer the question, but I do not want to talk about them. Not at all. And going forward, I hope. But I've been on TV for the past 10 years has been with them, but that's why it's so annoying. I really don't want to talk about them. Yeah. They're not in my life anymore, so I really don't.
It's really dumb, and you have a whole different chapter, right? You and Louie are doing something amazing together. They're in love and happy. They're like two teenagers all over again. I love it.
Don't talk about my brother, please.
Yeah, no brother talk.
Because nobody would know about it if it wasn't for you.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth. But I'll tell you,
Let's talk about Nona.
Nona's here, and she's
Wait, you added water to this?
Yeah.
All right.
Just a little bit.
sensitive.
Okay. Well, she doesn't want to talk about him. She doesn't want to talk about her brother. I saw some of the comments in the live saying, well, if you don't want to talk about your brother, why do you keep talking about your brother? Well, that's awkward. However, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, I did receive a couple more messages regarding Louie Ruelas, and I'm not going to say who it was from, but I saw this post. Actually, it's fine because they're the ones who posted it, saying, let's see. It was Still Tree Fab. People need to be warned about Screwy Louie and his scamming ways. They said, I call out his lies about 25,000 influencers he's working with. So Louie's managed to find one that he hasn't scammed yet to make him appear legit. But he's a scammer, no ifs or buts. I mean, is this a harsh approach? Yeah. Do I know Louie to be a scammer? No, because I'm not sitting here. I'm not doing a deep dive into what Louie has going on. Listen, if you want to start another business and you want to do this TikTok shop creator network situation where people can go live and they can make a lot of money while they're doing it, if that is in fact the case and people can make a lot of money, then great. then they could make a lot of money. Do I think that people are going to be skeptical based off of Vinny Villa and what happened with that, with the bankruptcy and everything? Yes, I think that people will be skeptical, but does that mean that it's immediately not legitimate? No. Are we going to find out? Yes. It's all going to come out in the wash. That's what happens. It all comes out in the wash. But that wasn't the only thing that was shared. I received a bunch more of messages, and another one said, Louie, how come you barely scrape 8,000 followers when you work with 25,000 influencers? Surely if that was true, they'd be following you. With a grave emoji, hashtag Real Housewives in New Jersey. And somebody, Lizzie Miller, said, wouldn't he have at least 25,000 followers if he has 25,000 influencers? I mean, that's not, I don't know if that's like the craziest question, but I want to hear what you guys think. On top of that, guys, by the way, you guys know that I just did the hot messy topics with Ashley, and she asked me, why do you like defend Teresa? It's not that I'm defending Teresa. I see Teresa as a mother. I see her as a wife. Do I think that she sometimes gets herself in situations? I think that we've seen that multiple times. But I also am not going to sit there and completely disregard everything that has been happening. And Ashley made a point. She's like, I don't think that they're great people. I don't think that Teresa's a great person. And she said, I don't agree with what you're saying. That is fine. That is what Up and Adam is all about. We have a community where we open the conversation. I'm not absolutely obsessed with all of the things happening. I don't have to be. I don't have the $3 million in tax liens. I don't have these other things going on. I don't have tax experts and lawyers weighing in on my shit. That's not happening in my world. Now, as somebody who comments on Bravo, do I look at it and I'm like, ooh, this is a little questionable? Yeah, of course I do. But again, I don't think that she cares one way or another what we're talking about. I really, really don't. I think that she's just like, well, who gives a shit what you have to say? I mean, right? But, okay. We're going to play one more clip. This is interesting to me. It's Cynthia Bailey and Dorinda Medley because they have a theory on why new housewives are so different from their predecessors. Here we go.
Very self-aware. So we weren't overly obsessed with what we looked like. Like if they were filming in our house, we were in our house. If we went to a casting, we dressed it up and went to a casting.
Absolutely.
But we were like, come in, come see it all, walk away from it and tell us what you think. And a lot of times it wasn't good, but it was fine.
Listen, let me tell you something. Like these new housewives, they literally have their own photographers that travel with them. They have their own glam squads. I'm like, I don't know how much money you guys are making, but I know a lot of it's going toward these pictures that have to be on Instagram.
That's
like I'm literally at the mercy of my glam squad here with me to like, I'm like, you guys are my glam and my photographers. You know,
that's exactly right. No, because let me tell you a secret also too about the old housewives. We're very frugal.
We are cheap. Let me tell you something. The woman that I work with, Miss Crystal Kong Minkoff from Humble Brag, that is the cheapest, richest woman that I know.
No, we watch our pennies. We're from the old school.
She won't spend a dime. Because of her, I specifically will never buy another first class ticket in my life. I go I go main class, and then she told me that even then I need to go to basic, but I can't even check a bag in basic. I'm like, Crystal, you know I need a bag. And she's like, no, it doesn't matter. You can figure it out.
Crystal is frugal.
She is no joke. Like, I'm going to be rich with her because I'm not going to spend any money.
We weren't very self-aware.
I love that. All right, guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are, especially on the Teresa and Louie thing, but pop off in the comment section, smash that like button, show some love, and we'll see you next time.